So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. Robertson has got himself a free kick. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid when that famous front three were simply unplayable. They each scored a goal, with Messi grabbing the last one to put the icing right on the cake.
Hoisted in, terrific header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Now the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Robertson. Some really good ball movement. Oh, super ball! There's the... climbs up big! Robertson makes the interception. It's a pretty loose pass. France are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Played down the flank. Deep cross. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Vieira. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Tries to pass it through. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that is out of play. Ah, good steal, he just read it. That looks a good ball through. And a chance! Not the most accurate pass. And there's the shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's got away, flings it, and he shoots! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Maldini plays it long.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Well, they can break here. Looking for the run. Collar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's picked it up out wide. Robertson could try cutting inside here. He rises! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Kohler clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
France are looking to go forward now. That is a great pick out. Davids, he is through here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away, and it's Messi, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge, and he's managed to get free. Quick look. Oh, smashing header! Another fruitless header.
France really can do themselves a massive favour by making good use of this spell now.
Thuram cuts it out. Son Heung-min is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Looking to play him in. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Cafu picks. There's the shot! Goal! France! And France are in front.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
France have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Serginho receives it in a wide position. Cross from Robertson. Somewhat off target. Decent chance!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. That is good alertness. Serginho is onto it in a flash. And there's the end of the first half. It's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
France are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. France carrying a one-goal lead. Thuram attempts a clearance. Cafu. And he's had it nicked away. And this is Messi. Son Heung-min goes steaming forward. He has found the way through. Messi!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Corner number 2 then. Pullet goes short. Can he finish? He has done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Surprise, surprise. What a crazy start to the second half. The star man finds his own net. Crazy.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
And that's definitely not his best. Davids. Well, that pass isn't the best. Cannavaro with the clearance. Quality quality ball. Collar chasing after it.
Might want to be careful there.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Robertson. Almost an hour gone. Spread neatly. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Davids.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Vieira gets a foot in here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And it's Hullet. Turan, the man synonymous with solidity. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Yeah. Rijkaard plays it forward. Well, they've got it again. Son Heung-min has given away a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Vieira. Maldini gets across to intercept that. Davids is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Messi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Looking for options for movement. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And he's lost his... And pull it! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
France have their third corner. And he's there to clear it. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Messi. Thinks about the shot.
France really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Good ball over the top. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Vieira wins the duel this time. Played back in. Can he get it through? And he's worked it through. And that's put paid to a promising move. Cafu. Vieira. Great vision. Serginho finds himself offside. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Serginho. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, that is asking for trouble. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Hullet has been sent off, just to confirm. It was a straight red. Davids. Well, that has not gone well. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Vieira. And that has been cleared. This looks promising.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. France nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And he's intervened well there. That has ended up in no man's land.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
That's a decent clearance. Oh, nicely intercepted. Davids puts his foot on the gas.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the finish! They've done it! They have stolen level at the last! All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
France have added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I enjoyed that, Peter. Both teams went about their work in a really committed manner, and for me it just always held an interest.
Merci d'avance.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Up he goes! And for a moment, time stood still.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
And they're on him in a flash. And here's Hullet. Played into space out wide. Serginho is flagged offside. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. He's shifting through the gears here. Messi! What a save from Peter Schmeichel! So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Quarter of an hour played. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. A heavy challenge. Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That is good alertness. Over to the left. Hullet, it's run loose here. Robertson. France yet to have an attempt on goal. Aimed beyond the defence. Son Heung-min gets flagged offside. White is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Serginho. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Messi. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's lost his man here. Cleared without hesitation. Serginho. Son Heung-min. Oh, he's seen that early. Used the shapes to shoot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Son Heung-min. Played out to the left flank. Nicely worked. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Son Heung-min. Cross flung in towards the middle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He has found the way through. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pull it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Cafu. And it's Thuram. Maldini demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. So, what can they come up with here?
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
That's tidy. Elects to cross. And the keeper beats it away. That'll be a throw. Pull it. Cafu. Pull it, who needs just a moment to score a goal. He gets big. Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieira. Koller can be a real threat inside the box. And it's Serginho. Van Dijk makes the interception. Distributed tidily. Now it's Son Heung-min. He's found a way through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're off again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Great ball, and he shoots! It's in! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Davids goes steaming forward. Collier. Can he get it through? Son Heung-min with a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Nice physical challenge. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Robertson. Cannavaro.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And this is Son Heung-min. No, he's not getting his way this time. Bullet is the team's great visionary. That has ended up in no man's land. France are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. And the score is 1-0. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's on it, can he get away? That has been slung wide. Ah, such a clever touch. Serginho's cross. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And no, that was never going to make it. Robertson. Bullet. France looking to pass their way through. And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
There's the shot! And yes, it's there! France are back on level terms. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And that has added... Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking. So, another set play. And it's Robertson. Nicely weighted ball. Serginho's... He's got full! White goes long. Pass somewhat off target. That has been cut short. Messi has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Tries to pass it through. And he opts to go forward. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Messi. Knocks it into space. And he thumps it clear. And they're back on the ball again. Davids. And Messi! And that's a real chance missed.
Messi fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Now it's Hullet. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Koller. He's looking wide. Great vision. He's through here. Showing good feet. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's got away, crosses it in, climbs up big! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
France take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And it's Hullet.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Terrific header! Oh, there's a probing ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. Chance! And that is as far as it goes. France can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Koller taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.